Hey everyone, and welcome back to our channel. Today, I've got a super sweet story for you about a little rabbit named Ruby. It's a tale that really warms the heart and reminds us of something truly important. So, gather round and let's dive into the magical world of Ruby the rabbit. Deep in a sun-dappled forest, where flowers bloomed in every color you can imagine, lived a fluffy little rabbit named Ruba. She had the softest white fur, the twitchiest nose, and the biggest, brightest eyes. One beautiful morning, Ruby hopped out of her cozy burrow with her favorite wicker basket. And what was inside? Oh, only the best treasure a rabbit could ask for. A heaping pile of fresh, juicy carrots. They were bright orange, with crisp green tops, and they smelled absolutely delicious. Ruby was so proud of her carrots. She had spent all morning pulling them from her little garden patch. These are all for me, she thought, her nose twitching with excitement. She found a perfect sunny spot under a big oak tree and was just about to take her first crunchy bite. But then, she looked up and saw her friends. First, there was Barnaby the bear, sitting by a log, his big tummy rumbling loudly. Then she saw Squeaky the squirrel, looking sadly at an empty acorn shell. And over by the stream, Delilah the deer was nibbling on some tough old leaves, looking anything but satisfied. The forest, which was usually filled with happy chatter, was quiet and a little bit sad. All her friends looked so hungry. A little thought popped into Ruby's head. "I want to eat all my carrots myself," she whispered. Her grip on the basket tightened. After all, she had worked hard for them. They were her carrots. She deserved to enjoy every single one. She pictured herself munching away, crunch, 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 until the very last bite. It was a tempting thought. She turned her back just a little, hoping her friends wouldn't see her delicious feast. But as she sat there, another thought, a much softer one, floated into her mind. It was the memory of her mother's voice, warm and gentle, like a summer breeze. "Ruby, my dear," her mother used to say, "remember that sharing brings a special kind of happiness, a happiness that grows the more you give it away." Ruby paused, the carrot halfway to her mouth. She looked at her overflowing basket, and then back at her hungry friends. Her heart felt a little pang. Could her mom be right? Suddenly, the thought of eating all those carrots alone didn't seem so fun anymore. What good was a full tummy if all her friends had empty ones? She looked at Barnabas' rumbling belly, Squeaky's sad little face, and Delilah's sigh. In that moment, Ruby made a decision. She took a deep breath, stood up tall, and hopped over to her friends with her basket. Would you like to share my carrots?" she asked, her voice a little shy, but full of kindness. Barnabas' eyes widened in surprise. "Really, Ruby? For us?" Squeaky the squirrel chattered with joy, and Delilah the deer gave her a grateful smile. Ruby nodded happily and tipped her basket, letting the bright orange carrots tumble onto the soft green grass. "There's plenty for everyone," she declared. What a wonderful picnic they had. The forest was no longer quiet. It was filled with the sounds of happy munching and cheerful laughter. Barnaby the bear crunched on a big carrot and let out a happy growl. Squeaky nibbled on a carrot tip, his tail flicking with delight. Delilah enjoyed the sweet, juicy taste, so much better than the old leaves. They all thanked Ruby again and again. "You're the best friend ever, Ruby." They cheered. As Ruby watched her friends enjoy the food, a wonderful feeling spread through her chest. It was a warm, glowing joy, even better than the taste of the crunchiest carrot. She wasn't hungry anymore. Her heart was completely full. She realized her mother was right. Seeing the smiles on her friends' faces was the most delicious treat of all. Ruby learned a very important lesson that day. Sharing doesn't mean you have less. It means you create more happiness for everyone, including yourself. So, the next time you have something wonderful, remember our little friend Ruby. Sharing a little bit of what you have can fill the world and your own heart with so much joy. Thank you so much for listening to Ruby's story today. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more heartwarming tales. See you in the next video. Bye for now.